Sit down, James. I'd like to speak with you. Before I do, I'd like to introduce my assistant. He's a student intern, Georgie. Oh, hi, Mr. Pack. I'm really excited to be here to help you with your attempt to travel to an alternate universe. Oh, thank you very much, Georgie. You sound familiar. Have we met before? Yeah. You were. I'm a student in the professor's. Oh, yes, I remember. You were the fellow who asked that question about what would happen uh, if all of our molecules were conjoined together, if I remember correctly. Yes, that was me. Good to meet you, Georgie. Oh, thank you. Georgie, go in the. Can you do me a favor? Go in the back and finish the paperwork I was having you work on. Okay, I need to speak alone with Mr. Pack. Okay, Professor. Okay, now that we're alone, James, call me Jim. I much prefer James. Now that we're alone, James, I have a bit of a delicate question to ask you. Before you do, Professor, I think I need to let you know that I'm recording every word we're saying right now. Well, why would you be doing that? Well, I'm making a documentary, sort of an audio documentary, a record of what we're doing, you know, before and after we embark on this great adventure that we're all about to attempt. Oh, yes, I see. Well, I have to be careful what I say, I guess. Oh, no, by all means, please speak freely. Try to forget that it's being recorded. Yeah, so at any rate, I have a bit of a delicate question to ask. Go ahead, Professor. Which member of your group, the PAX 11 that you so call, actually it's the PAX 12 now, a fellow by the name of Omelette Daggle, well, that's his channel name. I call him Omelette. He volunteered, so now there's 12 of us. Oh, I see. Anyway, the PAX 12, as you so call them, which one of this group, of the other 11 people, would you, what's the word though? Which one of them is the most expendable? Don't understand, Professor. What do you mean expendable? Which member of the group is the least essential to the success of the effort that we're attempting? I don't sure. Well, I really don't know, Professor. That would be difficult to say. It would like be comparing apples to oranges. I don't. Why are you asking me this? I mean, it almost sounds like we're on some kind of reality television show and we're going to have to vote somebody off. Well, no, it's not that. It's not. I want everybody to succeed. We're not voting anybody off the project. How should I put this? The device that we're about to use, the Quantum 2 device that I invented, it's untested. See, it would be foolish for all 12 of you to be transported at the same time when we don't know what will happen if we do that. This most sensible thing is to test it, but only test it on one person, and then send that person out there. And if things go well, then we go ahead with the next 11 people. We do them next. That's why I'm asking you. Which of your group is the least the most expendable? Or why is there? Well, as I said, I've already told you there are risks involved here, and we don't know. We don't know what will happen. So, which one will you think that, won't be missed so much? I don't know how to put it any more delicately. Well, In other words, we need somebody to volunteer to go ahead first. Is that what you're saying? Yes, that's it. We need a brave volunteer to make the first jump by themselves. If they succeed, then we send everybody else. Well, in that case, Professor, I suggest that I be that person. I'm the most expendable. No, you're not. You're the leader of the group. We can't send the leader of the group over first. It reminds me of what was that television show years ago? It was Star Trek, the original one with William Shatner. I mean, Captain Kirk was always going on away missions. You don't send the captain out on the away missions. People get killed on the away missions. You don't. He was always going on. That's one of the things really irritated me about the show. You need the captain back on the ship, at the helm, where he can be kept safe. I mean, sending him on the away missions, putting the whole crew and the ship in jeopardy. You don't put the captain out on away missions. Well, I don't know what to say. I don't feel right about asking one of the others to take, a chance that I'm not willing to take myself. Well, it's just the way it is. Now, that is completely out of the question. You cannot go, I'm sorry, but you are the team leader. We don't send the team leader out first in front. We send somebody who's more expendable. So, I tell you what, let's go down the list of people. We'll talk about each one of them, the pros and cons. We'll determine which one is the most expendable. Let's see. The first one was that singing cowboy. What's his name? There's no singing cowboy. Yes, that's it. That's that Bill Leonard, that singing cowboy. He's not a singing cowboy, Professor. Yes, well, country western. He sings the country western stuff. You know what I mean? I don't mean a literal singing cowboy. I don't mean Gene Autry. But that fellow, why don't we send him first? Well, Professor, Bill's a very good friend of mine. I would prefer not to send him. If we're going to send somebody, I'd prefer it not be him. I mean, he's one heck of a good singer. He's a songwriter, and he has a lot of. He's a friend of mine, and by the way, he has a big following. There's a lot of people on YouTube that would be quite angry if something were to happen to him. We shouldn't send him. No, that's not a good idea. All right, so let's see. Okay, the next person on the list, that Jerry fella, the Jerry Kaplinger. Am I saying his name right? Kaplinger? You know who I mean, the Jerry with the numbers behind his name, JC, whatever the numbers are. Yeah, well, you mean Jerry? Yeah, Jerry Kaplinger. That's the same. Jerry, it's not a good idea either. He says, for the very same reason we shouldn't send Bill, we should also not send Jerry. Jerry's he's a very prolific songwriter like Bill, and he's got a big following, and he's a good friend of mine too. I wouldn't want to send him either for the very same reasons I wouldn't want to send Bill. Oh, I see, yes. Well, we must protect the musicians. Okay. Let's see. Well, in that case, since we can't send musical people over, I suppose we can't send that Gwen, the Gwen lady, the green grass singer, or a player. You mean the Gwen, the bluegrass player? Yeah, Gwen of the cad junk person. Oh dear, there's a dog barking out there. Anyway, the cad junk person. Yeah, you mean Gwen of the Outback Pickers? Yeah, the green grass people. You mean bluegrass, right? Well, bluegrass, green grass. I've never seen grass the color of blue. What do they call it? Bluegrass. There's no such thing as bluegrass. I mean, they might as well call it purple grass. Well, so anyway, you know what I mean. Well, I don't. Well, for the very same reason we can't send Jerry, we can't send Bill. This is the same for her. They got a, she's got a huge following, very nice lady, and she's got all these. All three of these people have a lot of fans. We can't be messing around with them like that. We got to be careful. We got to be careful with them. So I suppose that other fellow, he's a musical fellow too. That Bill McLean. I suppose he's out of the question too because he plays the harmonica. Correct? Well, yeah, probably wouldn't be a good idea to send him either. Oh, wow. I suppose if you blow on the harmonica or strum a guitar or some other musical instrument, you have to be exempt from all dangerous activity. Yes, of course. Well, I see. I suppose that rules out that fellow from Canada, the Ottawa Rocket fellow. Yeah, Rocket Rob. Yeah, you said. I wouldn't send him the exact same reason. All of them, they all got. I mean, these guys got a huge following. They're not like me. I only got about 13 people following me, but these guys got a gigantic audience. You want to make them mad. Yes, well, I guess we have to protect the musicians. Well. Join us next week when we hear the professor say, James, what about that Espatulo fellow? He looks rather expendable to me.